Okay, thank you, Chair. I am Shavin Singh. I am one of the team members for this early warning systems project, and we have Vineet Singh who will be joining me later to discuss this project. And the title for our presentation today is Innovative Student Monitoring in the Transforming Education Landscape. And as we may have heard in the morning and over the past few years in our strategic plan, we are focusing towards online education. And today we are here to discuss the early warning system, which is one of the initiatives of Faculty of Science, Technology and Environment to support students in this online landscape. In my presentation today, I will discuss the background of early warning system at USP. Also, we'll discuss the implementation of this system in semester 1 2013 in some of our courses and the results, challenges and opportunities we have faced. And Vineet will join me after that to discuss the newly designed enhancements, and we'll conclude with the future direction for this project. The Early Warning System project was initially implemented in 2012 on our Moodle 1.9 platform. Our discussions today is our experience in 2012 and then our first implementation in the Moodle 2.0 or 2.3 platform, which was in semester 1, 2013. So over the years as coordinators, what we might have seen is a drastic change in our teaching and learning pedagogy. Traditionally, what we had was a teacher who was the primary point of contact for all the student interaction, the assessments. He could, in fact, monitor participation of the student and always give them personalized feedback. However, in this online landscape, we have seen a major or a huge increase in the number of students now enrolled. Students are in different geographic locations, and then we have also noticed, and this is a significant change, that the primary point of interaction is no longer the teacher, but the learning management system. So all interaction is with the learning management system, all discussions are taking place in there. Majority of the assessments are done online. There's data about how frequently these students are logging in. So this initiative is to use this knowledge to give personalized feedback to students, which is currently not possible for a course coordinator to do with the huge number of activities and students. The system also provides an opportunity for self-remedial and corrective measures. So what we are doing is we're not only giving instructors with information, the students are also empowered with information. So they also have access to their own data, what they are doing online, how frequently they are logging into the system, and their participation in these online activities. And by looking at that, a lot of them can instigate improvements or remedials themselves. If they're seeing that their logging trend is going down, they will try to log in more frequently. They'll also get flags if they are not completing the critical activities. The system is also able to provide course coordinators and mentors an opportunity to monitor their progression throughout the semester. So what generally is happening, or currently our practice is that we generate mid-semester reports, and this comes around week 8 in the semester. So there's only one particular time in the semester when the course coordinators actually get involved and are able to identify at-risk students. Now, with early warning system, we hope that it is just one of the tools that could assist continuous reporting. So in week 2, they should be able to monitor login, completion rates, as well as their coursework. And of course, some of the other products that can come out would be the external reports for campus directors and also for our scholarship agencies. So I'll just go back and discuss our implementation in semester 1 2012. We implemented this in 22 science courses, all from Faculty of Science, Technology and Environment. 15 of these courses were face-to-face, 6 were online courses, and there was 1 course offered in blended mode. And some of the features that were available in the system, we had pop-ups being sent, alerts sent to students, critical activities were identified by course coordinators, participation breakdown of their engagement with the system was provided for the course coordinators and the students. We also identified some popular activities, something that most websites do, so that students are actually recommended, okay, these are some very interesting tasks that you can also complete. And the course coordinators were able to generate the overall course report. So just a snapshot of how the system looked like. So when a student logged into Moodle, on the top left-hand corner, they were able to see a dashboard with some color coding and indicators. And then on the center of the screen, a pop-up will come up identifying, okay, what are some of the upcoming activities in the next 7 days, which the coordinator has identified as very important. The students could also see their data in terms of how they are interacting with assignment modules, quiz modules, and forums in comparison with the class performance. We also showed them popular activities, something to get more engagement from students. And then the coordinator normally set out of the many online activities in the course, a few very critical activities, and students were flagged as to how they were doing or interacting with those critical activities. So green showed, for example, that they have completed those. Red, they are already overdue, you missed out on this critical activity, and blue means those activities are due in the future, so you still have a chance to complete them. And then the coordinator could come up with a report, something like that, within the Moodle system, where they could select the students and then send them a message or a note to their email. So after our implementation, we had some issues, some feedback from, we did some evaluation of the system, which is normal for any software development. So we took feedback from the students, and we wanted to know, are these mechanisms which you are implementing helpful to them? And we took a survey. And generally what the students stated is they found this pop-up that comes up on their Moodle shell quite helpful. They found this color coding somehow very helpful, and this red flagging so that they know what they have done, where they are wrong, is helpful as well. We also wanted to know how frequently they were visiting this dashboard. So more than 60% in most of the courses we have surveyed showed that they visited this dashboard every time they logged into Moodle. And then quite some of them once a week. There were some who were not very frequent, but majority of them took advantage of this initiative. We did some dissection identifying whether the face-to-face students were also finding this helpful, because our aim was for online students because they were not getting regular feedbacks. So it showed, our survey showed that even the face-to-face students were visiting the dashboard and using this feature as much as our online students. We took feedback from the lecturers who were the other stakeholder, and also our learning management team. And generally the feedback from the lecturer was that it provided more detailed statistics. So now in their reporting, they could not only provide does the coursework as an indicator of their performance, but their effort and engagement with the system itself, like completion of tasks, how frequently they were logging in. They've also reported that there was an increase in login frequency, an increase in completion rates of tasks. And then they are able to generate reports at any particular point in the semester. And these reports were exportable, so they can also be built onto improved, exportable to Excel format. Feedback from the support team, the Moodle team, was that the system performed well for small courses. However, it was a real-time system, so giving you real-time feedback, it took some processing time for larger courses. So what we have done is this semester we have dedicated to improving the system and also incorporating the suggestions we got from students and the lecturers. Now I would like to call upon Vineet, who is one of the developers for this project, to discuss the enhancements that are taking place.
Thank you, Shavin. So after the feedback from staff, student, and learning management team, we enhanced the current system for both students and staff to make it more efficient. First enhancement, looking at students, we improved the interface so that the pages, etc., loads in fast. And now we have weekly progression reports for student view. For login trend, what happens basically students will be able to see their login, how often they log in throughout the semester for each week, and they can basically see the trend of how they accessing the model page. Online participation, now the students have a chance to see how they are participating in each of the activities per week compared to the class average. And they can always look back for previous weeks at the history and compare their performance. We have enhanced some of the features for coordinators. We have more configuration options for setting threshold and weighting values for flagging. For some courses where there is not much online activity, so the lecturers can always disable the view for the students, so students won't be able to see those features. More reporting features. Now we have filtered report. The filtered report is a report, a subset of the class report, which will be sent to specific stakeholders such as campus directors, scholarship officers. And we have more graphical views in the report. So this is a sample report, some more graphics in it, and these lecturers can always drill down and see more detailed report for weekly basis. New features again for coordinators. Now we have a custom report to generate some of the answers to the ad hoc queries the lecturers have. One of the question the lecturers might be wondering, which students have completed or viewed a certain task before a specific date, or to basically list all the students who have scored less than given mark in some task. Or the lecturers can always want to know that which students have not completed certain task, or the students who have not logged in to the system. So those questions can be answered through this interface. So here it's a sample interface of that custom report. So the lecturer's question here could be, how many students have viewed a news forum before 30th September? And for this, the lecturers just have to fill in those parameters, the activities, action, criteria, date, and for students. And getting those reports, the lecturers can always identify the at-risk student and send the alert directly. Finally, we are going through the cycle of evaluation and enhancement of the system. And we expected to roll out the system in semester 1, 2014. And some of the next steps in the system is basically to have a predictive model to incorporate intelligence in the system for flagging, to create some mechanism for automated notification on individual performance, to inform mentors or instructors via email or mobile notification, or to build in remedial at first year. So basically that's our presentation. Thank you.